Hey guys, this is badge 1. How do I know? They're asking us to construct and interpret a 95% confidence interval, and that's badge 1. Now, there's some other stuff going on in the question because, we'll get to that, but I'm just going to ignore this portion of the test question. You're free to kind of look it over if you want. I'm just saying, mainly we would have a free response question and where we need to state, plan, do, conclude, right? Okay, so we look at the question and it says a manager of a fast food is concerned about customers who ask for a water cup when placing an order but fill the cup with a soft drink. So basically, they're concerned about getting robbed. All right. The manager selects a random sample of 80 customers. Right? Random sample, 80 customers who asked for a water cup when placing an order and found that 23 of those customers. So that's our P hat, right? We're doing a 95% confidence interval. So we look in our book and we get our Z-star, and that's 1.960. Okay. So we have all the components we need to answer this question. So let's do it, right? We will estimate P. What is P? The true proportion of all customers who ask for a water cup and fill it with soft drink instead of water. So in a way, that's how many customers are stealing from them, because they're getting a water cup for free, but in a way of getting around not paying for soda. Okay. So it looks like we have some amount of evidence that there were people that are stealing, and we can create a 95% confidence interval to tell us the proportion of those who are doing that. And we're going to say at the 95% level, right? All right, we will ask confidence level. We only have one proportion, so we will perform a one sample or one proportion, Z interval for B. Okay. The sample was taken randomly. Do we have large counts here? Say sampling distribution is approximately normal because n times p hat is greater than or equal to 10 and n times 1 minus p hat. Notice I don't have p. I don't know the proportion. So we do a confidence interval when we don't know the proportion. We're now working with claims when we're actually given p. But right now I don't know it. All right, so that would be, we talked to 80 people, right? So 80, and the proportion is 23 over 80. So that's 23. So we had 23, yes, I stole it. And so what would this be? So 80, and then 1 minus that proportion, which would be 57, right? Which that's greater than 10. So we have at least 10 yeses and nos. So notice I need numbers here. If you wrote the formula but no numbers, or you wrote the word we have at least 10 yeses and nos, but you didn't write the numbers, then you have to retake the batch to make sure you do that part. All right, independence. We have independence because our population of blank, right? Our population of blank is greater than 10N. Okay, so, and then we have to fill in our information of customers at this restaurant. We have to fill in what our population is. Customers at this restaurant, right? And then I'm given N is 80. So you have to actually put the number there, right? So we have independence because our population of customers at this restaurant is greater than 800. It's reasonable to assume that this is a big enough restaurant that they have plenty of customers. Okay? Next. So we have our general formula. And we have our specific formula. Notice this is our point estimate. We get that off of our calculator. Our p-hat, right? Notice the margin of error we get off our calculator. So our specific formula looks like this, right? So let's plug it in. So general formula, specific formula, plug it in. So our p-hat is 23 over 80. So again, I don't have to write 23 over 80 though, because I can use my calculator. So if I go to my calculator, and you can hear it clicking. Let me see if I can just play this. I'll just show here we go. Okay, so let's do this here. Menu, stat, confidence interval, right? One proportion. Success is 23 out of 8. It doesn't feel like a success. Success, 23 people robbed me. And we're going to do the 95% level. Okay, so we're going to hit OK. And that's our answer. So I'm just going to take a snapshot of that. All right, back here. I don't know if you saw any of that video. You might not have, so I'm just going to, we'll find out, right? I'm just going to input. I went off to the side and did this on my calculator. So let's just double check. What should a student be doing when they're double checking what happened? So this is what showed up on my calculator. So I can double check that I typed everything in right? So it says, I put 23. I look up here, 23. Yep. I put out of 80. Yep, that's the number there. Yep. And 95, let me just verify the question asked 95. Yes. Okay. So I have to get this plugged in. So it says my p-hat is this. So 0.29. My z-star, I look in my table. That does not come from my calculator. My p-hat is still 0.29. 1 minus 0.29 is 0.71 over n. We talk to 80. Okay? So what is our margin of error here? Our point estimate is p-hat, right? Which is, our point estimate is 0.29 plus or minus our margin of error, which is 0.10, if I round that up. All right, so our answer has to be 0.29. Add 10% and then subtract 10%. So we know that our C lower and our C upper is right here. And that should round to 0.19 and 0.39. Notice that is the number 0.29 plus 0.10 and minus 0.10. Okay, so what did students make mistakes in? They're not understanding which number to get from the calculator, or they're not understanding that this general formula creates this, and then that's how we get this interval, C lower, C upper. Okay, let's finish this up. We're going to conclude. So state plan do conclude. So we are 95% confident that the interval from blank to blank captures the true proportion of, and then I need this right here, right? The true proportion of all customers who ask for water cups but fill it with soda, right? So what are our numbers here? Again, we get it from our calculator. We get it from here, C lower, C upper. That's where these numbers go. Cool. State plan do conclude. Now, on the real exam, there was a little bit more that needed to be done, but we're just focusing on this. Make sure you look over this and your notes and figure out what you did wrong before you take the badge, because I don't want you to have to take it again, right? Make sure you know what you're doing and then do the retake. Good luck, guys.